Hi, I'm Angus Wright, and I also go by Angus By Design. And this is another day in a personal practice that I call my Satsang for One, where I listen to an episode of the Be Here Now podcast featuring Ram Dass. I create a journal about it, I write some quotes down in a physical journal, and then I pull an animal oracle card for the purpose of cultivating mindfulness and reflection. I do all of this as part of my personal wellness recovery action planning and as part of my daily maintenance for addressing my own mental health and my own physical health. Today's episode was about the transition from somebody to nobody. And the first quote is under that same heading. On the journey of becoming somebody, having a name, an identity, and a place, we feared the cracks in that where we weren't somebody. We feared the nobody-ness. And then when we turn around and start to become nobody, all of our old fears of not being something come up again. That's Ram Dass. And then the next quote is called Timing in Right Effort. The ego is so exquisite at masking and imitating the deeper voices of our truth. Ram Dass. And the last quote is called Morning Glories. Faith is understanding that as long as there are any clingings in you at all, that you are going to lose the spiritual, material aspects of spiritual experiences, which is understanding, bliss, rapture, feeling of intimacy, anything that is an experience connected with spirituality is going to come and go. Ram Dass. So just to recap the sort of energy that I'm going to put into the cards is sort of that reflection on all of those things that we cling to in our identities, in our personalities, in our experiences. Reflecting on our truths and the sort of deeper voices and the masking and imitating that we do. And then reflecting on faith, right? And how we can access those things that come with being spiritual people, or spirits having a human experience, so to speak. So bliss, rapture, feeling intimate, feeling connected. Just sort of focusing a little bit on what that means for today, and how through the choices that I can make, how I can access more of that spiritual side of myself. And this is part of that, right? As I say in these videos, this is about cultivating mindfulness and reflecting. So as the things come up throughout the day, this is where I can circle back to this video myself, review the quotes, and to see what Spirit has to say, right? As part of the whole journey. There we go. Ooh. My. I don't know that I've ever had this one. So this is actually called the spider spirit. And the spider spirit says, make your dreams real. It's very cool. No, I'm going to do that again. All right. So, spider spirit, make your dreams real. The oracle message in this. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention. And then spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and spirit will take 10 towards you. For the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic, and as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions, and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Another message of spider spirit is about any creative project you may be considering: writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now, if you are so inclined. Let yourself be open to abundance. The protection message behind this card. Are you expecting your dreams to weave themselves into reality? Are you stuck in the sticky web of weaving dreams but never following through? The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. Spider spirit wants you to know that your plans will remain ephemeral unless you commit to being productive and industrious, for spirit will not do it all for you. Magic needs to be instigated, so begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Can you release your limiting beliefs? Your dream is worthy of weaving. Today is a day to choose one small step toward your dream. Remember, spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom, then continue to do your part. I love this message, and I consider it almost like an affirmation, right? And a confirmation of the work that I'm doing, especially even with the Satsang for One, because 160, I want to say 161 or 2 days ago, I decided to start this process. And it just involved starting from episode 1 of the Here and Now podcast. And just as I say in the beginning, I created a journal for that. And creating that journal, it's not complicated. It was just to act as a small marker for me to show that I was here. And each day, I've continued to create a personal spiritual practice that involves starting my day with listening and reflecting to the teachings and how they apply to me. And then that led to doing it in slightly different ways, connecting to it in slightly different ways, incorporating it into my day. And for the last like almost 40 days, I think this is the 36th or 37th little episode like this, where I also added on the incremental element of doing this. And I'm really just doing this for me because I benefit from listening to the teachings. I benefit from listening to my own voice in my own reflection. And I certainly benefit from using an oracle deck in order to help cultivate mindfulness and reflection for myself. And that really spreads out to all the other areas of my life. It makes it easier to meditate. And so I love that the idea is that we take one thread and we go from there. Namaste.